on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. First, the highlight. Lagos State government to commence enforcement of e-collapse system on Lekki Ekpe corridor on June 16. Food trucks, traders stock after flood wash off Link Bridge in Niger State. And on foreign scene, police arrest hundreds in Paris clashes after PSG Champions League win. And in sports, Super Eagles coach Eric Chelle expresses hope to win more trophies after team defeats Jamaica in Unity Cup tournament. Now the news in details. I am Chimi Dayo Anthony. The Lagos State government has announced that the enforcement of the e-collapse system on the Lekki Ekpe corridor will officially commence on June 16, following an earlier postponement. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, made the announcement during a high-level stakeholders meeting conveyed to address pressing concerns surrounding traffic management and congestion caused by increasing industrial activities within the Lekki Free Trade Zone and its surrounding areas. Hamzat explained that the e-collapse system is designed to regulate the movement of articulated vehicles and tankers accessing the corridor, thereby promoting orderly traffic flow and preventing the kind of gridlock previously experienced in the Apapa area. He urged all stakeholders to remain fully committed to the initiative, noting that its crucial role in enhancing logistics efficiency and improving road transportation infrastructure in the state. Also speaking at the meeting, Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun CME acknowledged that while previous engagement with stakeholders had resulted in consensus on implementation, challenges encountered during recent enforcement efforts necessitated a temporary pause and further consultation. CME also directed the immediate removal of all articulated vehicles currently obstructing traffic along the Lekki Ekpe corridor, emphasizing that the enforcement of the e-collapse system is not intended as a revenue-generating initiative, but rather a vital synergy to improve traffic flow, safety, and road infrastructure management across the state. Fellows of the Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy have arrived in Singapore for a week-long international policy trip designed to expose them to innovative governance practices, cutting-edge public policy models, and transformative leadership principles. This experience, an intricate component of the Academy's 12-month fellowship program, is tailored to cultivate globally minded public sector leaders by immersing fellows in world-class learning environments outside Nigeria. Now, throughout the visit, the fellow will undertake a series of curated courses at the prestigious Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, exploring themes such as economic transformation, sustainability, social protection system, public housing policy, multiculturalism, and future thinking. Executive Secretary of the Academy, Aishat Agbaji Okwade, described the trip as a pivotal moment in the fellows' leadership journey as it is shaping their perspective, expanding networks, and deepening their leadership potential. The Lagos State has emerged as a powerful voice and destination of choice through various international partnership, cultural diplomacy, and presence on world tourism platforms. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Tuke Benson Awonyinka, said that this while addressing members of the press at the ministerial press briefing commemorating the 66 years in the office of administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in Alausa, Ikeja. She said, with strategic collaborations and groundbreaking engagement, the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is working relentlessly to ensure that the city not only attracts global visitors, but also offers a world-class experience that is seamless, enriching, and memorable. Benson Awonyinka recalls that earlier this year, the ministry took a pivotal step in improving international tourism experience by engaging directly with Nigeria Immigration Service towards easing entry procedures for tourists arriving through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Further evidence of Lagos cultural diplomacy was the official visit of Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden to the J. Rando Center for Yoruba Culture and History. She promised to ensure that Lagos continues to shine on the world stage, welcoming visitors from across the globe with open arms and sharing the powerful story of all Lagosians are. And now to the rest of the stories. The food supply chain from the north to the southwest is allegedly under massive threat in the aftermath of Wednesday's destructive rain on Wednesday and the resultant flood that swept away the Mokwa Bridge in Niger State. Hundreds of trailers laden with pepper, tomatoes, onions, yams, potatoes, rams, goats, and cows remain stuck at the Mokwa end of the bridge as of Saturday, sparking anxiety in the southwest about possible sharp increase in prices of those items. Demand for the food items and livestock is especially high around this time of the year when Muslims are preparing for the Eid Kabir. Some of the trailer drivers and owners of the goods have openly lamented that highly perishable stuffs like pepper and tomatoes were already rotting away. Meanwhile, the death toll in the tragedy was put at 151 on Saturday by the National Emergency Management Agency after search and rescue operation extended far beyond the epicenter of the flooding, which led to the recovery of more bodies. The number of displaced persons is pegged at 3,018. President Bola Tinubu has urged contractors to keep their promise of prioritizing local content and training Nigerian engineers to ensure knowledge transfer and sustainable infrastructure development. President Tinubu stated this when he inaugurated the completed part of the 30-kilometer Phase 1, Section 1 of the 750-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway stretching from Ahmadu Bello Way in Victoria Island to Eleko in the Lekki Peninsula, with a charge to motorists and commuters to utilize the infrastructure effectively. The president emphasized the need for strict adherence to urban planning laws, warning developers encroaching on road setbacks that the government would enforce the rules and bring them to book, while compensation would no longer be paid to defaulters who violate laws on the right-of-ways. He appealed to Nigerians to continue patient, ensuring that economic recovery is underway with signs of stabilized foreign exchange and easing food prices.
I thank people of Lagos for supporting this project that will positively affect the lives of our people. I know at this stage the expectation is still very high, and our Nigerian people are still going through difficult times. I take this opportunity to appeal to all Nigerians that the hope is here.
As part of this renewed hope agenda, President Tinubu is virtually inaugurating and flagged off several other major road projects and bridges projects across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, including Ibadan-Ife, Ilesha-Akure-Bini Road, rehabilitation of Calabar, Upeg, Castina, R Road Section 2, Kano-Wandanja-Hadi Section 2, among others. The president reaffirmed his administration's commitment to infrastructure-led development, job creation, and economic recovery. Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, reeled out the achievement of President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, especially on legacy infrastructural development projects across Nigeria with immense benefits, which include job creation, economic opportunities, improved accessibilities, and connectivities, among others.
We had confrontation about the compensation. Mr. President, you said, my oath of office is for the welfare of Nigerians. By law, we are not supposed to pay compensation for shanties along the gazetted route. Even when we have problems within the gazetted route along Channel 16, we were confronted with MTN cables, we were confronted with True Africa cables. You directed us that we must be aligned. We should not touch the road. We pay compensation for those who have their shanties. We pay compensation for those who have their greenhouses. Today, we paid a total of 18 billion compensation for Section 1.
Present at the events were governors from Lagos, Ogun, Edo, Bayelsa, Delta, Ondo, Borno, Ekiti, Kogi, Cross River, and Imo State, federal lawmakers, traditional rulers, captains of industries, and other dignitaries. Our correspondent Abiola Fagbolagun reports that the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highways span through the Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, and Cross River states. And now to foreign news. Hundreds of people have been arrested in Paris following clashes with police after Paris Saint-Germain PSG fan celebrated their club's victory in the Champions League final. Officers arrested nearly 300 people after clashes broke out near the city champs Elsis Avenue and PSG Parc Prince Stadium, where nearly 50,000 people had watched the 5-0 win against Inter Milan in Munich on big screens. Flares and fireworks were set off, bus shelters were smashed, and cars were towed amid the wild celebration. The chaos came after PSG won the biggest prize in European club football for the first time in the club's history. The majority of fans celebrated peacefully, with many singing and dancing in the streets and blaring their car horns. And now to sports. Eric Chelle has expressed hope to win more trophies with the Super Eagles after guiding the team to win the Unity Cup Invitational Tournament in London. The three-time African champions defeated Jamaica's Reggae Boys 5-4 on penalties in a thrilling final tie at the Tech Community Stadium, Brentford, on Saturday night. Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze were on target for Nigeria in the game, while the Reggae Boys got their goals through Kahim Dixon and Jonathan Russell. Reacting after the game, Charlie said in reality, this is the first trophy as a coach and he hopes to bring more trophies to Nigeria. But just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Please always keep valuables off the views of miscreants. You can follow us on like all the social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM. Instagram is Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch the news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Somolu administration empowered 600 women with indigenous business ideas to the tune of 4 billion naira through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund LSTFW initiative to empower Lagosians? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has announced that the enforcement of the e-collab system on Lekki-Ekpe corridor will officially commence on June 16, following an earlier postponement. The food supply chain from the north to the southwest is allegedly under massive threat in the aftermath of Wednesday night destructive rain and the resultant floods that swept away the Mokwa Bridge in Niger State. We also told you that hundreds of people have been arrested in Paris following clashes with the police after Paris Saint-Germain PSG fans celebrated their club's victory in the Champions League final. And in sports, Eric Chelle has expressed hope to win more trophies in the Super Eagles after guiding the team to win the Unity Cup Invitational Tournament in London. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwokboroku. I am Dayo Anthony, and thanks for listening.